I just found out that if I do it from this angle, y'all can like see the hydroponic machine, and it won't make my skin look so crappy. Either way, let me tell you what happened. Because yesterday I had an alert from my bank account saying that I'm like $500 in the red, and I was like, I have no. I looked at everything and like my rent check. Like I don't go out and buy anything, so I don't. I had no idea what was happening, but I was also like, everything's okay. This is meant to be. I am enough. I have enough. I am abundance, and this, it's gonna be okay either way. And then I went to the Daniel G meeting, and dude, y'all missed out. Where were you? Y'all really should have been there. And I also learned yesterday, like, I need to, like, start actually going out to people and, like, approaching them and be like, hey, do you want to come to this meeting? Because I know that you're a business person. I did that, but most of the people that I did that with were like, like, after the meeting, oh, yeah, I got my hair cut, or I got something else done, which, it's okay because it wasn't for them. But this meeting, I invested in something else. I was like, this is going to sound batshit and crazy. And then they were saying in there, you got to be batshit and crazy to do all this because hooray, I found my people is what this means. I took the leap, and then this morning, I I'm not negative anymore. I looked at my I think it was just a glitch in the bank's system. I'm not sure. No hate. It just really messed with me. I was like, I'm not gonna let this like throw me off guard, or like I'm not gonna lose my composure. But let's do the declaration of non-consent because this is what it's about, y'all, and this is what it helps to. So speak it out loud and create with your vocal cords, like because it starts in our root, right? And then it goes to our sacral where we can like create and move around where it's fluid and whatnot. Then it goes to the heart and it expands and perpetuates and it's incessant and unending, infinite. And then it goes to our throat where we make those vibrations. That is my creation. This is my realm. Let's get this, y'all. Oh my gosh, guys! The my bank said it was negative $489 yesterday, and then suddenly I think it was just a glitch because today I have enough. This is so amazing. I'm not in the negative anymore. I don't know. I looked at the thing. There, no one put any payments in it. I think it was just a glitch. Thank you, Jesus, because I was flipping shit. I was like, okay, we're actually, I wasn't flipping. I was just saying, I still have more than enough. I am more than enough, and we're just gonna keep creating. And I still invested in myself nonetheless. And I invested about the same amount that I was in the red, and I was like, holy shit, this is really intense. And then the next day, what do you know? I have enough. I am enough. And oh my gosh. But let's do this decoration together, guys, because this shit works, if you can't tell. We are the source from all source. We are sovereign. We are free. A declaration of withdrawal of consent and non-consent publishes public notice August 19th, 2015, a collaboration of works by various authors for unrestricted public use unto a reclaiming of individual sovereignty by one's individual intent and will. The following is to be declared in effect via the spoken word. This is my declaration of freedom from all control, AI beings, and authority structures that interfere and harm against my sovereign free will. Let it be known that I withdraw consent. You can't scare me no matter what in the hell you try to put at me, especially with my bank, because that's weird. So, yay! Anywho, I terminate all contracts of agreements concluded by third parties regarding myself and herewith return all liabilities and karmic implications to the contracting parties on all levels, dimensions, time, and timelessness. I withdraw consent to having a human being, living organism, machine, entity, person, corporation, secret group, or their representatives or superiors or employers or on and off with allies, or anyone working for or with any of the above to spy, to look into, to watch, or in any way invade my privacy for any harmful reason. Privacy is defined as my own unique personal life experience. I revoke, I withdraw, and I retract all harmful agreements for all my body's parts, fragments, atoms, DNA, cells, etheric essences, and entirety of being as an entire universe that I am. Let's inhale that in. On all levels, dimensions, time, cycles of times past, present, and future, on all levels of existence, for all my bodies, from the core being of the one that I am, to all my bodies across all universes, even in the folds of time and space where much is attempted to be in hiding. Each experience of my being is for my personal growth and development. It is not for corporations to seek profit from. They are not to be manipulated and controlled by any person, entity, corporation, government, religion, machine, being, except myself. These experiences, which are part of my unique life experience, cannot be used by any other human being, entity, corporation, group, and any other example of someone or something that is not myself in any way that creates money and or capital for profit or control, whilst demeaning, degrading, or negatively affecting my living being. The monetization and collateralization of my personal energy and personal being, myself, for the purpose of buying, selling, and owning or trading is forbidden and banned under any and every terminology, language, contract that is in being and has been used to control and manipulate my personal energy and being. The monetization and collateralization of my personal human body, which houses my unique DNA, that is my private domain for the purpose of buying, selling, owning, or controlling is forbidden and banned. The buying, selling, and owning and trading of my soul energy, my unique human body, on or by any stock exchange, financial institution, corporation, government, religious organization in this world or any other world is expressly forbidden and banned. The buying, selling, and owning of my unique human and physical DNA, energy, physical body, consciousness, anywhere in any universe, dimension, astral level of time, or world is forbidden and banned. The harvesting of my energy, on or by any corporation, government, religion, religious sect, astral entity, galactic being, or anyone who is not myself is now forbidden and banned and barred. Whatever the form it takes, my energy is my own creation, and I do not consent to having it harvested for others to use or to profit from. Such buying and selling amount and controlling amounts of slavery, and this is forbidden and banned by me under my own sovereign free will and law that I impose. And that also includes whenever your thoughts try to take you captive by saying you don't have enough money, you're like you should freak out because there's your bank is showing you something that isn't true. These are my thoughts, and this by my own under my own sovereign will and law that I impose. I'm not being a slave to that consent or content. So we're prosperous. I withdraw consent to the use of nanotechnology, parasites, any other type of infectious diseases or infectious technology whatsoever, whensoever, wheresoever, now in the past, present, or the future, to be used upon my human physical body, my mind, my conscious soul, whilst I'm living here on Earth, or any places outside of space and time wherein such forces can influence one's being. I withdraw consent to any type of mind control or the use of intelligent technology, implants, physical, etheric, astral, living, and unliving to be used on my human living being, my physical body, my ethereal body, my electromagnetic body, my cosmic body, my conscious body, my astral body, my light body, my soul body, or which could possibly have any harmful effect upon my physical body, mind, consciousness, or soul in any way. I withdraw consent to the external creation of dreams when I'm asleep. I withdraw consent to any other human being, corporation, government, religion, entity, machine, dimensional being, entity entering my consciousness or any level at any time ever if they intended to bring harm into myself and unlawful harm into another entity. I would draw consent to any type of frequency wave being currently being used or historically used to target my private and clearly designated unique human DNA, physical, etheric, or astral bodies, consciousness, my cells, my mind, or my soul in any way that is negative. This includes any type of exotic, secret, covert, earth-based, or off-world based technology, which includes locations on the moon, asteroids, or undisclosed places being used that projects pulses, sorcery beams, or any known of waves of any known frequency which has been seen to be detrimental to human body, mind, consciousness, or soul. Woo! I would draw consent to the use of effects of fluoride in the drinking water in addition to genetically modifying the food grown and sold for human consumption. I would draw consent to aerosol sprays being placed in the air that I breathe, nor to programming being certain music I listen to. I would draw consent and do not accept any programming placed in the audio and video images I'm exposed to. I would draw consent to the negative manipulation of the weather and the poisoning of the earth because none of these acts are harmful and unhealthy to myself and to others. I would draw consent to the use of psychics, black occult magicians, archons, demons, and negative spirits, or if any entities, using mental energies or if any known forms of frequency or harm attack against my living being or bodies, or using my bodies to inflict harm upon others. I would draw consent to a exotic machine like robotic technology, either physically, etherically, or astrally implanted, used in any way to track, alter, torment, attack, abuse, infect, or harm my body, my mind, my consciousness, my soul, my astral body, my cosmic body, my light body, in any way, anytime, any place, for any reason. I would draw consent and do not accept any deception being used on my living being at any time, anywhere, which creates any negative outcomes concerning the health and welfare of my own personal body, my mind, my consciousness, and my soul, also known as my personal living being, or to my free will, my prosperity, my wealth, my happiness, also described as my life. I am using my sovereign, lawful will and intention to declare and order that no energetic can deceive me personally in any way that affects me harmfully or negatively. No treating me by any human being, corporation, government, religion, entity, machine, whether on this planet or off this planet, is valid if that contract or treaty in any way affects my life, my mind, my body, my consciousness, or my soul in any measurable, negative, and harmful way. No treaty made by anyone anywhere is valid if it collaterally affects any my living being, my life, my happiness, or my prosperity in a harmful or negative way without my full and comprehensive, transparent consent to said or stated treaty, even if I personally am not party to such a treaty. This includes all corporate treaties and contracts, as well as any treaties or contracts considered to be off-world and or interdimensional. I remove all prior consent to deception, harm, enslavement, or control of my living being, my physical body, ethereal body, my electromagnetic body, my astral body, my consciousness, my soul body, my cosmic body, my light body, on any and all levels. Any previous contracts or perceived consents to any form of tacit or assumed consent is now completely null and void, forbidden and banned upon all levels of existence. Any contracts made during any of my previous on or off-world incarnations that involve gross deception, gross violation, trickery, mind control, black occult, sorcery practices are all here and now made permanently null and void. No contract I've signed or agreed to, either in writing or as assumed tacit agreement, as concerns incarnations in any way, shape, or form upon the earth is valid, regardless of that perceived amount of space, time, or physical dimension or otherwise, has transpired since that original contract agreement was begun. If any of my previous concerns or contracts which I was party involve me being under duress or were made as a result of deception, they are all now deemed invalid. If any of my previous concerns or contracts involved intentions of using me to serve another selfish agenda or purpose, they are all now invalid. Any person, being, corporation, government, religion, entity, machine, consciousness, I wish to have form a contract or treaty with me, my living being, my physical body, ethereal body, my electromagnetic body, my astral body, my conscious, cosmic body, my consciousness, or my soul body, must do so in complete transparency with every single piece of that contract, consent to explain in full detail with absolutely no missing information or obligations of the stated. It must be written out in full with my fully conscious approval in wet ink signature. Public notice to urge criminal harm-inducing appointed caretakers or leaders, including earthly visitors whom are their supporters in any being, corporation, government, religious machine, or persons aligned in any way with any of these beings. If any such things listed above are being done or ever were done, those acts occur without my consent and will be considered deception and are void and null. All tacit or presumed consent by me for any act of doing done by another person, entity, being, etc., that affects me in any way that I perceive as negative, harming, controlling my free will whatsoever, whensoever, wheresoever is hereby now permanently removed, challenged, and denied. It is denied to any and all beings and entities unless a current contract or treaty has been negotiated with me personally. Notice to agent instead of principal. Notice principal is notice to agent. No further notice is deemed necessary. This is now both written and recorded on this planet Earth Gaia and upon all world dimensional universe records. If any human being, government, religion, entity, corporation, group from this planet Earth Gaia, any dimension, any level, any universe, any perceived level of existence which is forming contract agreements or treaties with me, they must do so face to face in this physicality that my human body resides on this planet in full acknowledgement and agreement of my free will to choose to do so only under the agreements written in this declaration. I have the right to my own sovereign free will to change, update, modify this declaration at any time, but I have no reason or side of why I would. Anywho, y'all have a wonderful day. I will talk with y'all later. Let's go.